This tiny computer can connect your PLC to the cloud, process industrial data at the edge, and build an entire IIoT gateway. In episode 1, we explained how smart factories work and introduced Industry 4.0 architecture. In this episode, I will show you how to set up your Raspberry Pi from scratch, fully headless, and transform it into your first Industry 4.0 Edge gateway. In Industrial IoT, the Edge gateway sits between factory equipment and the cloud. The gateway collects data from PLCs, filters and processes it locally, runs Node-RED or OPC UA servers, then sends clean MQTT data to platforms like ThingsBoard or Grafana. Without the Edge gateway, smart factories don't work. To set up the gateway, you will need a Raspberry Pi 3, 4, or 5, a 16 GB plus micro SD card, power supply, Ethernet cable, or Wi-Fi hotspot, and of course, your laptop or PC. We will do this entire installation headless, meaning no monitor, keyboard, or mouse is required. Now, insert the SD card into the card reader and plug it into your computer. Head to the Raspberry Pi software page to download the Raspberry Pi Imager for Windows, in my case, and run the installation. Select your device, which is the Raspberry Pi 4 for me, and go next. I am going with the 64-bit OS, and I will select the SD-MAS storage device. To customize the setup, I am imputing IIoT-Gateway as the host name and my region details. Now, I will use Pi as my username and give a password. I will also set my Wi-Fi SSID and password. Enable SSH with password authentication to configure the Raspberry Pi without a monitor, keyboard, or mouse. I am going to skip the Raspberry Pi Connect, review my selections, and write the OS image to the micro SD card. When the write is complete, remove the SD card from the card reader and insert it into the Raspberry Pi. Power it up and allow it to boot up for about 60 seconds. Open Command Prompt on your computer and enter the command ping IIoT-gateway. This is to confirm the Pi's connectivity to the network. To access the Raspberry Pi from the command prompt, enter SSH, the username, which is Pi in my case, and at the host name, which is IIoT-gateway. Enter yes to continue and impute the password you created earlier for the Pi. And now, we are in the Raspberry Pi terminal. The first thing to do here is to update the Pi with the command sudo apt update. And upgrade it with the command sudo apt upgrade-y. This updates all security patches and system packages. You may have to wait a while for this, depending on your internet connection. To get Node-RED running on your Raspberry Pi, open your browser and enter node-red.org. Go to the documentation, Getting Started, and the Raspberry Pi to display the installation procedure. Copy this command and paste it into the terminal to download and run the installation script. Enter Y to commence the installation process. After the installation is completed, follow the prompt and choose what is best for you or skip. For the Node-RED settings file initialization, hit Enter. Use the arrow key to select any applicable options and hit Enter. For user security, you should select a username and password to log into Node-RED, but I will select No for now. On the Node-RED browser page, scroll down to the Auto Start on Boot section. Copy this command and paste it into the terminal. This will enable Node-RED to run whenever you boot up or reboot the Pi. Then enter node-red-start to get the Node-RED services running. Now head to your browser. Enter into the address bar the server name, which is IIoT-gateway:1880. Your IIoT Edge Gateway is now live. If you enabled the security setting, you would have to log in. In the next episode, we will connect an open source PLC and publish our first real industrial data stream. If this helped you build your first industrial edge gateway, hit like and share to spread open source IIoT. Vote now. What open source PLC should we connect first? Arduino Nano PLC plus OutC Studio or ESP32 PLC plus FL Prog? The winner becomes the next full integration tutorial. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with the Open IIoT series.